messing with things here, so just ignore the little cursor. I am slowly but surely figuring out how to properly use OBS. Maybe within another year I'll actually figure it out. But for now, let's continue on. Last video, we got a badge. And yes, you could polish these fuckers. Each one, once you get them, will play... Hey Sean, each one will play a different note depending on how polished they are and which one you hit. And those who are had any talent in music theory or just otherwise writing would actually be able to play songs on these. That should be better. For some reason, this will pick up different levels of audio per whatever the hell I'm doing. Hey. What do you want me to do? You want the mic up or you want the music up? Because right now I'm fighting a fan. Right now you're hearing almost nothing but the fan. Alright. I'm trying every little thing I can. I'm fucking around with it, and, well, I can't hear what you hear. Oh yeah, I have running shoes. My lord. Stop closing it so much if you can't open it. So, here, let me get my cursor off the screen. Hang on, I gotta fuck with my headphones because I'm not hearing what I want to hear. That should be better. And we are talking about accessibility in games. Specifically, things I personally like to see. And should the audience bring something up, should the fiancé bring something up, I'm more than willing to talk about it. I forgot. Like I said, I'm fighting a fan, so you either hear me or you hear the fan. If I keep turning this up, you're only going to hear the fan. I try to turn up the desktop audio, and it hits nothing or it hits everything. I have to fidget around with these settings every time I swap between this, D&D, or anything else, and that might be my own fault. I'm trying everything I can to get this right. So, while I wait the 15 seconds or so to actually figure out if you guys are actually able to hear me, why don't I just show off my team for a second? I can only do so much. This is not going well for me. I can't tell what you're hearing at all. And OBS is saying that all that's getting picked up is the fan. If I turn off the fan, then it gets hot as hell in here. So, for this one, you're just going to have to deal with the fan in the background. I don't know if I'm going to be able to drown it out with the in-game music. Alright, I'll turn it back up so the wife doesn't swelter. Hopefully we'll be able to figure this issue out and fix it out in the... Oh, fuck. Fix it out in the winter. Alright, so... let's start off with the Pokemon. We have Zapslap, our Ampharos. Drax, our Larvitar. I really don't care about, like, natures and that, because since this isn't a Nuzlocke, I'm not looking to work with their stats. I'm going to use what I want to use. Danger Newt, the Dragonair. Big Titty Goth GF, our Darkrai. Big Pug, the Totodile. And Wukong, the Infernape. And I believe I have to go... This is Eterna City, so there is a gym here. So why don't we swing by the gym and see what happens? Oh wait, there's an item back there. Let me go grab the item. Fuck. Fuck. Odd Insights. What does that one do? Slot and key items. Fuck. I'm picking up every sound on that.
Sorry, I'll use the headphone.
Psychic types. I don't think I have any psychic types. Or anything that uses psychic on my team. If you can't tell by her name, this is a grass gym. And for those who don't know, I'm going to be working on a introduction to Warframe video later tonight, maybe tomorrow. And I'm also going to be starting a series of the Master Chief Collection, where the one episode is each mission. So I can't guarantee the length of the missions. If it's just a cutscene one, if it's just a cutscene mission, then obviously I'm going to tie it into something else. I've never actually seen anything of Dark Souls 2, and I'm pretty sure based off of what you said in the Discord, that's for a good reason. I think this guy gives me water. Nope. I love the changes that they did to this gym, though. It makes it feel more unique. Fun fact. This is a bad matchup, but actual fun fact. Platinum is the first quote-unquote third version of a game I've ever played. I never played Crystal, I never played Yellow, I never played Emerald. I'm gonna go swap over to Wukong. And it looks like for this leader, I'm gonna have to do some leveling. I still don't know what happened to Wukong's legs, though. I'm gonna go ahead and blame Sean for Wukong's legs. Oh, hang on. Let me fix that, because I want the latest messages to be displayed. Let's do another Ember. Don't worry, you'll be blamed on Saturday. Alright, Zapslap. Alright, Zap. This is why I love randomizers, that you're not stuck using only one Pokemon the entire time. I know there's a way to fix the background noise, but the issue is that my room is just very echoey. So, short of just buying $100 worth of foam, I'm gonna have to just fuss with things for now and figure things out in the winter when I can actually play with everything in the room. Or at least wait until it's like 60, 50 degrees. Mix clicker, mic, audio, filter, click the plus at the bottom, noise suppression. I've been playing with that a bit, but it doesn't register the correct background noise because I'm in a house with a 6-year-old who will randomly just kick in the door like Candace. I'm sure the wife would attest to that. Short of saying, "Mom, holy fuck," that's pretty much what she does. I like Claydol. I like that design. However, that's a shitty matchup for me. Claydol's Psychic Rock, correct? We're gonna go Big Pog. I'll actually mess with the noise suppression off stream and just borrow the other set of earbuds and play everything through my phone. I'll set that to a private stream and everything because I gotta fix whatever issues I have right now with YouTube trying to fuck me. And not in a fun way. I don't know what the issue is, and I know I'm off topic right now. I want to get my personal griping out of the way before we tackle the topic. But it keeps saying that I have another stream set up to go, and it's not letting me access that stream to change it. Alright, Big Pog, if you finish this, there's a high chance you're going to level up and evolve. Alright, I feel like we need to heal. Wrong. One thing I don't like about this ROM is that I guess it's true to the original. Don't worry, you're honestly helping me out. I did do it through YouTube Studio. It's just being a fucking ass because I had one scheduled, then I had a separate one that I did sporadically, and it just didn't take for some reason. Oh well. I'll figure it out off stream. I'll look up a video or something how to fix it. Or I could just keep playing streams through whatever the fuck it is until it disappears. Staravia, we're going to swap over to Zap Slap again. Maybe not. Hey Drax, you got any rock moves? You have Sandstorm. You know what? We got Dragon Rage. So, why don't we start tackling tonight's topic? Well, technically today's, because it's 4 p.m. It's technically my morning, because I'm night shift. Which does kind of suck. So, tonight's topic, for those who don't know, didn't read or otherwise, or just overall unaware. Today's topic is accessibility in games. Oh, go fuck yourself, Staravia. Shit. Thank you for the link, Sean. Driftblim. That's Ghost Flying. Swap, I think I have a ghost. It's not a physical move, so Aftermath won't matter. Aftermath is a bitch. Ooh, you would like Driftblim. on Driftbloom. Or not the link, the PM you sent me. Yeah, well, that's why I asked the other day, T, is that I'm not going to mention names unless someone is comfortable with me mentioning names or bringing something up. And the fact that you can be on screen now, up there, I don't have a cap, wait, hang on. Here. Forgot I could do that. It makes it so you can actually live respond to it. So, why don't we start off with one of the biggest glaring issues in my opinion, which is specifically the relatively problematic learning curve of new gamers. Most games nowadays assume you have previous video game experience, and a prime example is Warframe. Pokemon's pretty simple if you actually play it on the proper device, because, well, the buttons are there and you could press them to figure it out. But let's go back to Warframe. Warframe tells you how to shoot, or it doesn't even really tell you how to shoot. It tells you how to look around. It gives you a brief explanation of your ability. And it, I gotta check out that trade too. It also, doesn't really give you a proper way to interpret the HUD. So if you're if you're going from not really playing games a lot, like mine and T's mutual, well, I guess Seamus's mutual friend too. Oh fuck. I gotta pull out Wukong and Mach Punch that bitch. But our mutual friend didn't really play games until, well, relatively recently. And one of the first games she played was Warframe. Doesn't really teach you how to move, doesn't teach you the controls that well, and just makes it, well, difficult to get into it. Scary face, you wasted your turn, you idiot. Oh, wait. Wait, Mach Punch. But it doesn't teach you... The biggest gripe I have is that there's no proper tutorial in games anymore, except a very select few. The last game or the most recent game I remember that had a proper tutorial was Jack 3, and that was released in, what, 2005, 2006? It was... It's honestly it's part of my favorite series ever, but it has such an accessibility, or Warframe has such an accessibility as well as other games have such an accessibility issue because they assume you've been playing games since you were really a child. The biggest glaring issue is that if you're doing a PC-focused game, like Warframe or most MMOs do, you need to have a basic tutorial that teaches you how to move, reminds you can reset your key bindings if you don't like them, like Halo Reach did. It tells you to go to your settings if you want to change something, which gives you the hint you can change your controls in it, and it overall just makes it more open. I've been a gamer since as long as I can remember. I was born in '94, and the first game I played was Pokemon Red. I had no issue playing it because, well, I don't even remember struggling with it. Alright, we're gonna get our ass kicked here by Thomas, it seems. Swimmer Thomas. Okay. Fortress. Oh my lord, that is precious. Fortress's shell is an umbrella. I don't have a good move, so I'm just gonna paralyze you. And I'm so glad that we've had the colorblind issue taken care of. But now we gotta start tackling the... You could call it intentional or otherwise, but the gatekeeping that games have within themselves. You got these massive, massive games that could be more successful if we just taught you the bare bones basics and gave you small tips. So games also need to teach you how to properly read your HUD. Because if you don't know how to interpret your health bar, your shields, energies, ammo, whatever, then you're kind of fucked. And granted, there are games like Dark Souls that they're intended for a specific audience that like a challenge, but they still teach you how to play the game. It's one of those games that are easy to learn, hard to master. Fuck you, Citrus Berry. Minecraft is a prime example of how to do these, like, open world tutorials. That you give them a small area that's 100% optional. That way you don't get those people bitching about hand-holding. Give them those areas that are 100% optional, that teach you how to play the game, teach you the very basics, and just make it less intimidating. Holy shit. This is their first Pokemon, ain't it? That's not gonna do anything. Big Pog ain't gonna do anything, so we gotta go Big Diddy. I'm gonna swim, that's all I can do. Yeah, and what I want is games to say, or to remind you to check out your settings, check out just these little things you have full control over, and remind you that you have control over these things. The younger generation of gamers is going to succeed more than people who join later on because they have people to teach them. Hypnosis? Fuck yes. We're getting ready to disable. Games like, and Seamus can attest to this, Ark. They have such a little... They have really no, Yeah, I would love that too, and that's part of the accessibility of it. It gives you the option. I don't want it shoved down our throats like some people would say. I want the absolute option to turn these on or off. Hypnosis, come on. Get that bitch a cat now. Bad Dreams is gonna kick in. Yeah. It is, but with Pokemon, the tutorials are just so short. They're like, hey, you gotta use the Pokeball, this is how you get to that. And yes, beginning a Pokemon game sucks for veteran players because it takes so long to just get through that first little part. Anyone who loves Pokemon can attest to that. Correct?
Yeah, I mean, it as much as I heard talk about things, but
Yeah, the one in Sword and Shield was actually kind of long. The tutorial in
I
it.
think the set of mini one is the longest.
Yeah. And that's why I also love Pokemon, because you can find ways to find out if this move is effective against that in Pokemon, but alright, let's see what TM86 is. Flash Cannon. This is one of my favorite moves. This is the wrong group of people to say that you love using Flash Cannon. This really is the wrong group to be saying that with. I love Arc because it is one of those find it out yourself games, but they should at least tell you, especially on PC, how to at least move around, pick up items, and tell you that different tools retrieve different results. Like, a pick is going to get you different ratios of material than an axe. Alright, I gotta boop and boop. I do, by the way, down there, I decided that I was gonna put my badges there because thanks to the wonderful Poketch, you can have your team right here at all times. I am going to put Drax in front because he needs levels horribly. Do I even have the HM for cut yet? I don't think I do. I do. I believe I did thank you last one, but thank you again. Yes, let's see. I don't want to teach any of these Pokemon that move. This is an issue with older gens, that you need a HM slave, which sucks. You know what, we're going to give Big Pocket because he's a physical user with no physical moves. Hey, Tria. I have that bit of an issue too, because fuck, one of these has an item in it, but I don't have the dowsing machine. There's an item. Dragon Breath. I don't have any special dragons or anything that really is a special user that can use that, but okay. Wait, Dragonite is special, isn't it? I love that he just changed in front of all of these people. Bless you, hon. Okay. Ooh. I gotta fight through these guys, huh? But, I want, essentially, my dream, my quote-unquote dream tutorial would involve the basics of would have the basics of teaching how to properly read your HUD, so properly being able to read the Pokeballs here, your health bars, if it's like Halo, your shield, your ammo, if it's Warframe, how to read your energy, because it just assumes you know how to do these things. And that lack of a tutorial actually made me not like Warframe at first. Thundershock, fuck you, Zubat. It really just made the game hard for me to enjoy at first. I'm glad it's not an issue now, but the fact that it was ever an issue means that it's going to be a bigger issue for people who don't play games that much. Okay, Tauros. It really does, and that's the shame of it, is that it's a really, really fun game in my opinion. It just makes it so hard to enjoy the game because of how steep that learning curve is. Let's put out Wukong because that Flappy's gonna fuck me up. I need to fuck up that Flap. Ooh, got the Paralyze. Nice. Tauros is very nice. Let's go for Ember on Flappy. And another Thundershock on Tauros. I wish Flappy had Fluffy Body because it would have wiped that motherfucker out. That's... yeah, what is it, Gen 5 or Gen 6 where electric types can no longer be paralyzed? 5? It's either 5 or when they announced, fuck, Ember. It's either 5 or when they announced the fairy types. That they said that they're going to do special changes within the typings. Like Steel type is now impervious to poison and that. And they also nerfed the shit out of Steel types, instead of making them resistant to damn near everything. Another big issue in video games now is that non-horror games are putting in more things to be scary for shock value. Like Skyrim is a prime example. I'd say, okay. Yo, other than Azelf having James's hair, I'm down with this design. It's lavender. But non-horror games don't need to put or make X, Y, and Z enemies terrifying like spiders. We don't need ultra-realistic, terrifying mutant spiders in video games where horror is not the goal. We have someone in chat who's actually deathly terrified of spiders. I'm gonna say this, I fucking also hate how the mud crabs are in Skyrim, because it's the fucking mouths that bug me. Just, ugh, make me feel gross. But there's certain games where these people can't play it because they're too fucking terrified of unfortunately, let's say this, good mods aren't available to people on console. Which now is a massive audience because, well, consoles are genuinely easier to get together. I'm gonna regret this, but Bite? I got fucking... God fucking damn. But certain games don't need these seriously terrifying creatures. Another good example would be Far Cry 3. You shouldn't have a game where these enemies are ultra terrifying in a non-horror game where you can't even fight back against them. In a Far Cry 3, you're virtually useless against the sharks and other in-water enemies. You should be terrified to take a stealth path just because one enemy could fuck your shit up. And I'm not saying that we need these ultra big changes, like completely allowing you to remove this enemy from the game or something. I'm saying, I don't know, if we need ways to get around these things to make these games more accessible. Either that, or give a heads up. Because games right now are about $60 a pop on console, which is already a pain in the ass. And you could go through something like, if T got Skyrim, didn't know there was giant fucking spiders in it, saw a spider and just threw down the game permanently. He just spent $60 on it just to never play it again. Just because he didn't know there was something that would terrify him in that game. It really is. Now, there are situations where jump scares are effective, but those are usually in horror games where they are specifically designed for X, Y, or Z purpose. And to me, the best... Yes! Show it somewhere within the advertisement, the box art, just something you can find before buying the game for, like, you can find it for free, and just make it possible to be aware, hey, this issue is going to be in the game for you. And give us... Okay, we're not fighting then? I gotta move this screen because... There. Because I have a lazy eye, and this game right now... The game window right now is over my OBS settings, and seeing triple of these layouts is really fucking with my head. Which I guess could be an accessibility issue, but it's a minor one. That really makes me not want to get the next generation if that's true. If games are going up an extra $10 per game on release. You gonna join us, or... Ooh, Sudowoodo's kind of cute. If you want to join us, you can. If not, that's fine. I have no drink.
I will say that more games than just first-person shooters should have colorblind reticle options.
I actually am going to bring up your issues if you want to join us. If you want to take care of your stuff first, I can cover the fear thing still. But my wife has a very specific issue, as well as a couple other of my friends. But oh, yeah, well, I'm out of my drink, so just water. It's a little too early for me to have the beer right now. Water gun. So, if games like Skyrim would have a small option to, like, even just turn down the graphics on something like the Frostbite spiders would be immense for certain people like myself. Holy... What move did that bastard just use that critted me? Huh. You're a rock type. I'm gonna punch you now. Fuck you. I'm trying to level Drax, you asshole. Wait, didn't I? Ooh, yes. Let's get rid of Lear. And, like, we already know that Bethesda is willing to give us mods, but we shouldn't be paying for mods that increase accessibility. Like, there's a mod on the Bethesda mod workshop. I don't know what the fuck they call it. It's something stupid that came out with Fallout 4 that they had crossover to Skyrim Special Edition. But you should not have to pay actual money to play a game just to add like a colorblind feature or something that helps decrease the chances of epileptic seizures. Yes, fuck the Creation Club. Or even something as simple as changing the spiders into something like fucking baby bears or some shit. I don't know. Or like Sean said, Thomas the Tank Engine. That is a perfect example. We could change the fucking spiders in Thomas the Tank Engine and just hear a little fucking choo-choo every time they come onto the screen. Yes, you have to pay for their mods. There are some free ones, but they suck. They have to personally review every single mod that you put on there before other people can access it, which is, it sucks. Oh, yes. Are there any games that kept you from playing because of fear? Or like things that, like spake games or something?
Not so much fear, because I like the horror genre.
You want to turn the fan around so we're cooler?
Yeah.
Oh, that feels so much better now.
So...
Growlithe!
I like the horror genre, and I like being scared. So... I have less of a fear problem when it comes to accessibility of games, and more of what I'm capable of handling and doing.
For the spiders, and specifically the mud crabs, because their mouths, I had to level up my destruction magic just to use chain lightning and fireball to handle them. I would, hang on. If you want to know exactly what fucks me up about their mouths, it's the amount of teeth that they have. Something like Venom doesn't bother me because I saw that well before this fear developed. But like, in the new It, when Pennywise opens up his head, that terrified the shit out of me. If you want a real life example of what terrifies the shit out of me, look up the mouth of a leatherback turtle.
I know what scares me. So I have trypophobia, as do a lot of people.
You want to explain what that is real quick for those who don't know? King drop.
Holes that are clustered together very closely.
Like honeycombs.
Yes. Games where they have bugs and they show you the hives, I get very uncomfortable.
We did not talk about loud sudden noises.
So, Darkwood. Bugs are an enemy, so when you find their hives, it's just gross.
I actually want you to read the webtoon Hive, because it has that, but it is a horror survival series. Which fits well. If there's a game that is meant to be scary and it has something that scares you, you love it. Me, not so much.
Trypophobia doesn't scare me, it just makes me so uncomfortable to look at.
Like, makes you itchy?
It makes my skin crawl.
Ooh, fuck, I gotta level Big Pog, too.
When you look closely up at pores, that makes me uncomfortable, too. I don't like looking at my pores up close because it gives me that feeling.
Especially the ones on my hand.
Yeah.
Let's go for a bite to finish it off. Fuck. Now you use water gun. Holy shit!
Wow.
It has been changing my stats a lot, so...
But yeah,
Let's go for a big pog bite.
what I said before I walked away, more games besides first-person shooters should have changeable reticle color.
Yes. Because that... I have an issue, I'm not colorblind, but I do have issues differentiating certain blues and greens. Because... Or even certain, like... The reticle in Minecraft is a near-perfect reticle because it changes based off of what you're looking at. Or at least it is in the version I'm playing. But something that does that or allows you to customize the reticle like how Overwatch does would be immensely helpful. Because it just increases the odds that someone could play better or even at all. Oh, Pog is going to evolve now, right?
If not 16, then 18. Another thing I love is when games have the option to change the size of the subtitles. Because if I sit too close to the TV, I'll get sick. But if I sit too far away, I can't read. So
Yeah.
games where they let you make the subtitles bigger help me.
Yes.
Recent examples are you can do it in Ghost of Tsushima, which I just beat over a week or two ago. And I started Hitman 2 last night,
Alright,
and
thank
that
you,
also
Sean.
had the option.
But as Seamus said, the mods in the Creation Club are not worth it at all. Because they'll charge you real money for things that ultimately don't matter. If it was something like it adds a different storyline, or a new dungeon, or even just much, much, much better graphics, it would be more worth it.
Mods should always be free.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a good example, in the Sims community, if you really do want to support your mod, the creators of the mods that you like, a lot of them have Patreon. But, in general, their mods are free, and you only have to pay that if you like their stuff so much you want to see them make more of it, so they can dedicate more time.
White flute. You know what? Hang on, I gotta change that because I don't know if anyone could be triggered. Like, a photosensitive person could be triggered by that. I think I have one Pechaberry.
And, of course...
Yeah, it's essentially Bethesda pulling an EA and saying, hey, you made this, now I made it, pay me. And... yeah, I love PCs so much more now because I can do so much within the same space, but it just, not everyone has that accessibility. Not everyone has the money or the space to have a PC, which was very much my case.
One thing I dislike about it is, like I said, if I sit too close to a screen while I'm playing a game, I get sick, and there's only so far you can move back from your computer screen.
Yeah. That's why I originally wanted desks that had like the slide out keyboard. That way you could scoot back more. But that wasn't really an option for how my desk is. It's because my desk has a instead of like a wooden base support bar, it has essentially a plank under it to support the weight of it, which I like. But if it's an accessibility mod or something else, it's absolutely immoral, in my opinion, to charge for that person's work. Especially if it's something like, there's a mod that went out for Skyrim that removed the flickering of torches. That in some cases actually caused epileptic issues, photosensitive issues. And I have, I think, 2 photosensitive friends. Ooh, that's 2 Pokeballs, I gotta go there. And that flickering could very well send them into a seizure, which could be life-threatening in some cases. We don't need the American health system put into video games. Flygon. You're so cute. I have nothing that's really gonna damage you. I think our best bet is to put on Danger Nude. A big issue that Nympheus here has is first-person games overall. She gets very, very motion sick with any first-person game.
Sometimes third person as well, depending on how the camera controls.
And overall graphics, too. We already know why you want that dragon. Here. I'm gonna put something in the... Hang on. God damn it. T, I want you to look up that series on Webtoons, or even just Google it. You are going to love the, you're going to love how the Dragon Queen looks.
One thing that sucks is that...
And Minecraft is a prime example of how accessibility should be. You have no issues with color blindness with the reticle because it adjusts to what you're looking at, makes it so it's always clearly visible. You can turn off enemies altogether, and the mods for it are always free. It's a prime example of what it should be. What do you want to say?
One thing that sucks for me is that since horror is one of my favorite genres, and back in the PS2 era and the PS3 area for a while, I would play a lot of horror games. But now that the first-person perspective is so popular, I feel alienated because that's so many horror games I can't play.
I think it's because BioShock was going for a very claustrophobic feel. BioShock 2 has a slightly worse issue with the look of it because it's kind of like Halo. I want to say Combat Evolved, the first one, where you constantly see the outline of the helmet. A lot of people had an issue with that. I personally didn't.
One thing that I want more games to do is have the ability to turn off motion blur.
Yes. Motion blur, give us a chance to go to a third-person camera for certain things would be immensely helpful.
Also, this is personally for me, it's probably not an issue for other people, but I get frustrated when I'm playing a third-person game and then a first-person perspective happens in the middle of it, because...
prime example would be Resident Evil 3 Remake. The opening is first-person.
Yeah, so that in Ghost of Tsushima, when you're climbing around, crawling under houses, it switches to first-person. In the game Judgment, when you have to look for clues, it switches to first-person. And for me, those were really frustrating moments because I'm like, this viewpoint makes me sick.
Bloodborne is very brutal with the camera. But it's a brutal game overall. Swimmer Crystal. I actually like her design. Trump
Well,
He's got glasses!
The first time I realized motion blur was one of the reasons games was making me sick is I was playing The Witcher 3, and my first time into playing I was like, God, I'm starting to feel awful, but I shouldn't feel this way, so then I went to the options, because I was going to turn down, like, movement sensitivity, and then I saw the motion blur option, and I was like, huh. So I turned it off, and then I didn't feel sick again any time after continuing to play it.
Motion blur has... that you're going to be asking yourself that dozens of times, T. But fucking motion blur should never be a thing in modern consoles because it was originally put in older games to simulate speed. That's all it was. Motion blur should no longer be a thing in current generations because there's no need to try to make things look faster. You just move it faster because the console or the PC can process that information as fast as you need it to.
Also, one of the reasons for...
Celebi.
Oh, Celebi, my baby.
We're gonna go over to Wukong for Celebi.
One of the contributing reasons to why first-person games make me sick, other than the perspective, is that when the character walks, you see the like dip up and down with their steps, and that makes it even worse.
Wait, which game? Celebi.
Just some first-person games, not all of them, but like they move the camera back and forth to simulate like you're walking.
Minecraft does that,
and
or it doesn't go side to side, but it bobs you up and down.
Yeah, stuff
but
like that. I don't like it.
Minecraft turns. You can turn that off too. Minecraft is almost a prime example of how games should be with accessibility. It is intended completely for children. It is relatively easy to learn, but it teaches you everything you need to, and with how it is now, you don't need to memorize the crafting, like, grid layout.
Oh, what sucks for me is that first-person games make me sick in general, but removing motion blur and the camera bobbing makes it a little less intense, and it'll take me longer to get sick than if those things were on.
I actually have someone who wants to do a playthrough of Pixelmon. And I do plan on, once I get maybe one or two more people to help play with me, to go through these games with it and just, hell, even just kind of review some of the mod packs, because I feel like that would be pretty fun. This is going to be a lot of XP, though! I'm really underleveled.
The more that I force myself to watch first-person games, the less sick I get. I'll still get sick eventually, but I'm not to a point where I can play them yet. But, like, for example, so I would watch John play Overwatch, and I started to get really tolerant over time. So,
me?
Yeah.
All right.
So at first I'd be like, maybe I can.
Not everyone knows my name, so.
Well, he said in the chat, so
I know.
Okay. So at first I could watch maybe like 5 to 10 minutes of you playing, and then over time, the more I watched you play, the more tolerant I got of it. But characters like Tracer and Junkrat, I absolutely cannot watch play.
High mobility characters like Tracer, Junkrat, Pharah. Symmetra fucks you royally when she teleports.
Instantly sick.
Yeah.
Watching you play Junkrat and Tracer.
Which is a shame because Junkrat is my baby. I love playing it as my little my Aussie crackhead.
So, growing up, I never realized, but it seemed like I purposely played a lot of games where, like, camera angles and how fast the camera moves wasn't a problem.
Let me clarify something about that, Seamus. My persona name is actually in relation to my DID. No. The name John is such a generic name. If you cannot actually find me based off of the name John, if you can, I will buy you a dinner. Yeah, Sean and I actually went to school together. But, the name Ziggy is, in layman's term, is the name of my body because I have dissociative identity disorder. Certain people will name their body, or the proper term is their system. They will name it certain things. Mine is Ziggy. It's always been Ziggy. I don't need you. Fuck you. Oh wait, there's a trade down here, the fucking cup trade that gives you an Everstone Haunter.
Fuck that bitch.
I want to see what they give me.
She ruined my 11-year-old career.
I'm about to end this man's whole career. Where the fuck are you?
Can I have the water?
Yeah, it's almost gone. You can call me John, Ziggy, I don't really care. I'm pretty laid back with my name.
In
Name
my
reader.
case,
Okay.
I also have a common name, so I really don't mind.
What the? Wait, what? Oh, come on! Come on!
2 legendaries?
A Manaphy for a Kyogre.
That sounds like the global trade system.
It's actually pretty fair trade, though. At least in this version. Because Manaphy is a mythic and you can't get Kyogre in this. Yeah, I use Nympheus because that's how people will find her best. She does not... Yeah, it's a great trade, but she doesn't want, like, an online presence. This is the most she'll ever be online and having a presence is through my videos. And that's her wish. Because, well, let's face it, every single person of us has done or said some shit in the past that we regret.
Given my mental health issues, I just don't feel comfortable having a big online presence or like a presence where too many strangers know my name
Milk drink.
and who I am.
I got milk drink and synthesis.
So I'll just be a guest appearance.
Yeah, and that's absolutely fine. You're also in my D&D games, except for what, 3?
Yeah.
3 sessions, which 100% acceptable. My rule is head and health first. You take care of yourself before you force yourself into a situation. I want to talk to that little asshole. No. But my biggest goal for this channel, my absolute biggest goal is to help educate people on mental health and disabilities. Because we need more good positivity, which is why that's why I say my little outro every single time, because people need reminders that they're loved, that we're here to help and listen to them. We need more positivity in this really fucked up world.
Oh, back to the accessibility thing. I think one of the reasons I get sick so easily is because in my childhood I always played games where like camera perspective, stuff like that was not an issue.
Yeah, it's... My dad says some not very acceptable things, but we grew up in a small town and I understand why he says it even if I don't really like it. I'm not going to throw him under the bus. It's really not as bad as I'm making it out to be, but it could be better.
Look, since they're like little puppets.
Rock slide. And I'm still recovering from my traumas as a child. So I made a lot of really awful jokes. And if anyone ever hears them, I will happily give them a full apology and do what I can to make up for it. What I did in the past should never be excused, because what I did could have very well hurt someone. I am honestly deeply sorry for just those shit jokes I made just to hide my own pain. It doesn't make it right. Why? That first fucking thing... Come on. Die. Oh, it's because it's using growl. That's why. Fucking little bitch. Ooh. Yeah.
But back to the thing. I grew up playing games where it was fixed camera angles, where the only time you had a control of the screen was when you were exploring the world map.
Big Dick Energy Waylord. Like, Resident Evil, the original one.
Yeah, I grew up playing Resident Evil, Final Fantasy. Stuff where, like, the camera perspective only changes on the world map, and you don't have to deal with first-person things in any capacity, or, like, camera, how fast
A
the
game
camera...
you really could not stand was BioShock Infinite.
Oh my god, BioShock Infinite was difficult to watch.
But you loved it. Drax is level 16.
Oh, here's a good example of a third-person game that still makes me sick. Evil Within.
Evil Within is a very hard to watch game.
It's very hard for me to
Why
watch.
does that camera up look like she's about to just kick my ass?
Even though the Evil Within is third person, something about the way the camera controls, I just get sick so fast.
And you've really only watched it through, what, our friend and Markiplier?
Yeah. I wanted to play it myself too. I mean, we even have it on PS Now. But it just makes me sick.
Yeah. And I would love to do a playthrough for you, but the best solution would be for you to watch it on a stream. That way I could give you the heads up. It's like, hey, don't look right now.
It sucks, because I really love Evil Within. It's so scary.
Raichu. Fuck! Oh! Bite? Fuck. Ah! That did not do what I wanted it to. Drax, come on. Come on, buddy. You're rock rotten type right now, I think. If not, you're rock dark.
It's ground right now.
Rock slide.
It won't be part dark until it's Tyranitar.
But it's just... We need... I don't know who that is. One thing I would like is... There's certain games that have... Like, there's certain games that, like back in BioShock Infinite, we'll go back there, where it has the use of racial words in that. Well, it does help with the immersion given that fact that's set in 1920. There's some people who cannot handle hearing that because of their own personal traumas or things they dealt with. I'm not sure
how
how
I feel about that.
Yeah, same. I
want to get into Black Clover eventually.
I hear the first season has really shit animation, but if you can make it past that, it's good.
I didn't hear anything bad about the animation, just the character. Like, the main character is really annoying until the second season or something like that.
But there should be... With certain games, there was yes. It also doesn't help that we arguably spend more time with the other kids in our classes growing up than we do with our own family. I would love to put Big Pog in right now, but I don't think that's a good idea. It's ground ice right now, so Danger Nude and Zap Slap are a bad idea.
Wukong's a bad idea too.
Yeah, Big Pog is our best choice, but it's low on health, so I'm gonna send in Big Titty. But there should be... there's certain games that have things like rape, racism, self-harm in it, that I wish we could put optional censors on those for those who are not in the right state of mind but still want to play it. Like, I know it's the whole censorship issue, but at the same time, some people need it. I cannot handle self-harm to any degree. I can't stand self-mutilation either. Like, even seeing someone cut their own hand, it makes me want to vomit. And I'm not saying that we need to remove these, because there's some games that need it. No Russian is a prime example of it. No Russian is a great design where it allows you to skip that level. You don't know what it is, because you never played Call of Duty, but No Russian is the level where you are, well, committing terrorism. You're shooting up an airport of innocents.
Oh, that one?
Yes.
I've seen the cutscene.
Yeah. It is...
Oh, look at her little tongue. She's so cute.
I mean, same here, Treya. GTA 5. I'm guessing it's a Trevor scene. It's got to be a Trevor scene. It has to be a Trevor scene. But, Tria, I'm. Come on. I'm actually a rape victim. My dissociative identity disorder is a result of repeated rape from the age of 7 to around 13. And for those who are wondering, I have been going to therapy for it, and I have been doing much, much better. It's just going to take a lot more time for me to be able to talk about these more comfortably. And yes, the torture scene is beyond fucked up.
I hate torture scenes.
You would especially hate this one because it requires you to pull out someone's tooth.
Oh, God! Okay, listen. I hate seeing bad things happen to people's teeth.
You would especially hate it when you see someone, like, eat shit in a video and land on their face.
Because they usually hit their teeth.
And you've had braces for almost 10 years now?
I know that sounds wild, but I had a lot of mouth issues.
It's okay, Tria. I have an amazing support system. I only wish I came out sooner when it started because I know for a fact now my family would have killed the motherfuckers. Like, they would have killed the motherfuckers and no one would ever found the bodies. Because that's just how my family is. But it's honestly a lot of weight off my shoulders that I'm able to talk about it now. And it just gives me a lot of peace knowing I have people who are willing to listen to me. Like, it's part of the reason why I want people to come out more when they're dealing with mental health issues. Oh, I would have killed your boyfriend. Well, ex. Or ex? Oh, was in a relationship. Yeah, ex. So I would have killed them.
I want to say, on the topic of hating torture, I think some people assume that just because I'm a horror fan, I'm okay with a gratuitous amount of violence. I'm definitely not. I like being scared. I don't like witnessing torture and shit like that.
Ooh, I like Rampardos.
That's why I hate the Saw movies. It's just torture. Nothing in it is scary unless you insert yourself like, oh, I don't know what I would do.
Honestly, I don't think I would have made it this far if it wasn't for my fiance and just the people I have now who are just willing to listen. And because of the friends I have now, it gave me the courage just to leave a very, very abusive person that even Sean had to deal with.
Fuck that bitch.
And I actually plan on talking more about my alters in a future video. Giving like a basic, I might even do a AMA style stream for them because while they aren't always awake and active, I can usually answer for them. The only one I have a hard time answering for is the hang on. Fuck, what was it?
Oh, I want to say, wonder if you ever do that video.
Yeah.
I'm sure people have questions for me about what it's like to date someone who has DID, or if they love someone or care about someone who has it and don't know what to do. But I don't want to detract from what you have to say.
Yeah. That's why it's going to be an AMA style thing where we both get chances to say. But I remember what I was going to say. I can't answer for Zoltan because he is, quote unquote, well, he's the youngest in two aspects. One, he's the one that fronted the most recently, like came forward the most recently, and that was around 2015 when I first actually was able to interact with him. And he also is mentally 14, which has led to a number of other issues and a number of conflictions with myself. But that's different time.
What I like, a thing that I like, I see other DID people with a platform do is, in the interest of keeping their alters that are in the space of the child safe, is that they keep them off camera and stuff like that, and I think that's a good idea.
I'm going to try to do that more. I'm trying to get Zoltan to interact with more people, because the more he actually interacts with others, the better chance I have of actually forming a better connection and able to, oh my lord, why not?
The reason
I'll be able to actually communicate better with him, because right now, I haven't really told you about this, but the biggest issue I have is that I can't actually speak with him. It's impossible for me to speak with him right now. The closest to communication I get is little flashes of images, like singular words of text, and maybe some colors. That's about it. It's like looking at a piece of abstract art and I have to interpret it. What'd you want to say?
Trying
I'm
to remember.
sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
Wait, did someone have Rock Smash?
It'll come to me. I'll remember.
Fuck, I don't have Rock Smash in the team.
I'll remember eventually.
I need a Bib Barrel. Bib Barrel and Tropius, but Tropius is or Sand Slash. Sand Slash can learn all the physical or non-flying, non-water TM or HMs. I hate that you have to lose a fucking third of your team just for HMs in this game. That's my biggest gripe with Gen 4.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. One of the reasons it's good for people with the ID to keep their child alters in the background is because people with ill intentions, they have like a track record for manipulating the children.
Can you learn? Move, who should I replace? Really, Big Titty ain't doing much.
She's really not.
I love you, and your stats are great. But the issue is that you don't get your good moves until like level 30, 40, 50, which is not acceptable. I need you learning your moves well before then. Alright, I should have healed. Right now, my altars consist of... Fuck!
What did you do? I wasn't looking.
I was trying to teach Winry Cut. You can learn Rock Smash, though.
Your whole team can learn it, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. We'll get rid of Growl. But it's 4 of us in total that I am aware of and can interact with. I don't really have a name for that right now. I'm sure there's an official name, but we'll worry about that a different time. But there is me, who is John. There are the twins, LD and Eisen. And then there is Zoltan, who is the child, for a lack of a better way to say it. I will give more information about them later on, but... Oh, fuck. Trying to get to the cave. Fuck. Are you the bib barrel? You gotta be. Rock slide. Ain't gonna do much. I know Claire's bitch ass tried to claim she had it, but she also was a pathological liar, and none of her story made sense and just overall impossible. Fuck. You ain't gonna survive that one. Big Pog! Water gun. Mamoswine honestly wouldn't be a bad pick, but I don't have the want to catch it. I'm sure Swineup is super cute. All the all the first evolutions are super cute. Nice. Nice. Evolution time. You get to see a Croconaw.
Big Congo.
Ooh. Ponytail.
Oh, she's cute.
Still not a big fan of the polka dots.
How dare you?
Hey, ain't my fault that you're obsessed with polka dots.
That's not the reason. It's just part of what makes Crocodile so cute.
It's just, I don't like how it looks on the stuff. Like, the blue is fine, it's the tan that doesn't look right. It looks like someone just shaved Crocodile. Beautifly. You're gonna outspeed me, but okay. Oh. God damn it. Fucking crit. Wukong. Melt them bitches down to ash. A crit for a crit. Beautiful. Grumpig. Pure Psychic. Do I have anything for that? I have Big Pog with the Dark type move. It's just, there's a lot of issues the gaming industry has of just the consumer side of things that I would love to see fixed. Things that aren't hard to do, like removing motion blur, making third-person point of views more, like, widely received. Crocodile, you're gonna die on this turn. Why does Psybeam wreck ass?
I think because it ignores something.
Fuck it, Zap Slap. That's Psy Wave. That's gonna cause confusion, I bet. Nope. Are you fucking kidding me?
Psywave is either that it ignores something or it does a set amount of damage. I don't remember.
Well, we have the power to look it up. Cotton Spore. Let's get rid of Growl. That honestly wouldn't have been a bad swap in if I had, Big Diddy back in here. Because I could Cotton Spore, swap over, pop up Nightmare if they get it. Dude, Nightmare plus Bad Dreams is such an OP combination, but it makes sense that it's OP because you can only use it with one Pokemon. Aw, meow. Then Sidewave inflicts damage equal to the user's level. Damage is always rounded down, however. Sidewave will always deal at least 1 HP of damage. That's actually interesting. What? What? Okay. 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 Oh!
Really lit over Agron.
I love Agron. One thing I actually saw a mod for was, it was a mod that would display what the buttons... Oh! It displayed what the buttons did, very similar to an MMO. Ah! I didn't buy Pokeballs! And it was 100% compatible with not with with Skyrim, with The Sims, and with what was it? I can't remember. It is another like fairly popular game. I don't want to use the Master Ball. Agron! I'm sorry, but we're getting rid of Drax. Yes, I need a name. We haven't gotten a name from Trey yet, if you want to name it. Its stats are gonna be fucking broken. I have a level 14 Agron. Alright. Well, I try to give everyone a chance to pick a name if they want, so if anyone else wants to throw out a name, go ahead.
Oh. What's the name of the one? Fuck. She's a Full Metal Alchemist. Olivier?
Olivia?
I think it's Olivier.
Alright, let's...
Olivier.
Okay. Oh, the sensitivity on my mouse got turned down again. Olivier. Olivia Mira Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist. The woman with the biggest of dick energy. She not only said fuck the patriarchy, she kicked its whole ass. Let me guess, because of Vic?
What? Oh, that fucker?
Yeah.
Just watching Japanese is fine.
Yeah, watch it in Japanese.
Unless it's for a different reason that you have beef with it.
Yeah.
Watch in Japanese.
But I'm happy that Ruby changed the voice of Crow from Vic to someone else, and the voice or the difference in the voice really isn't that noticeable. Move. I love how it looks like she's wearing a coat.
It's another reason she got named after Olivier for me. Honestly, Full Metal Alchemist. It's
I
like
smell rain.
peak literature.
You know what? I might just if I ever feel like not reading the Halo novels, I might reread Full Metal. Right. I started the Halo book series. Fucking
Couple days ago.
Monday. And I finished the first book. Fuck, am I gonna have to go back to... Where do I have to go back to? Do I have to go... Oh, I have to go down the bike route.
Yeah. I'm like, it's not...
Polyred
mine.
is kind of doofy.
Buy more Pokeballs.
Yes. Mud slap...
Wait.
What?
If you get the chance to have a Polytoad, you have to take it and name it Peebo.
Yes. Because all the other frog Pokemon didn't come out until after Gen 5.
Polytoad is really the one I want you to name Peebo. Others would just be inferior.
Because it's green.
Yeah. Jesus.
Ah! Alright, Zap Slap. And just... I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna go... Well, especially not in this house. But I don't think I'm gonna go to face cam for a while. Unless I'm doing like a just talking thing.
You know what I should do every time I want to be a guest? So, since VTubers are really popular now, there's this app that's been released where you put in your model and it does everything else for you. I'll become a VTuber. And I'll just be an anime girl sitting next to you.
You gonna be the anime girl Miltank?
I don't know.
Or maybe Frostlass?
Nah, probably wouldn't be a Pokemon. Probably my ideal self, like pink hair and shit.
So, Sylvia. Nympheus.
I'm not gonna be based on a Pokemon.
I had to make a joke about it, though. It's me.
Although every username I've ever had in my life is a Pokemon.
Well, I know one name, but I'm not allowed to say it. Because you said you'd kick my ass if I did. VTubers are, or virtual YouTubers are people that use, like...
They use a 3D model in place of their self.
God damn it. Who am I gonna drop for
So-
the egg? Because that's a free Pokemon.
Sometimes they'll have a persona too, like their VTuber is a specific character, while other VTubers are themselves, and they're just using a 3D model in place of themselves because they don't want people to see who they are.
You know, I'm gonna put Winry away, and we're just gonna go up and down the bike route until we get what we want.
Most VTubers are Japanese, but it's starting to get more popular in other places.
I know. It's a big fighting game person. I think it's like Sonic Fox or something. But they started doing things like Beat Saber, and they just used their persona because they did not give out any of their the one I'm thinking of, the contracts that they sign only give rights to using their persona as their quote unquote like professional image. Okay.
It's something I wholeheartedly support because I relate to wanting an online presence, but not popularity or for my face to be out there.
Oh wait, you give something. What?
Well, if it wasn't randomized, that number would be a lot less.
Okay, we are going to put the experience share on Olivier. We are just going to go up and down until this egg hatches and kick everyone's ass on the way down, apparently. I would love to go into that cave right now, but it doesn't have the guaranteed drop of the Pokemon I want.
Do it anyways for experience.
True.
And you might see other cool stuff in there.
True.
Just because you're not getting a Gible doesn't mean nothing good will be in there.
True. None of you are really set to face it, so we're gonna go Big Pog. And it's just, hell, being a VTuber is also a form of accessibility. Because everyone wants a quote-unquote image or a presence to be put out there, but they don't want, like, their actual face out there. And there's people who are extremely self-conscious of their bodies, like myself, and just don't want to, have their actual image be the focus of it. Yes, my face is out there. It's my icon, but you don't see my body. I'm wearing a coat in that image, so you see even less of it. Kick everyone's ass on the way down. And if I artillery. What happened, bro? What happened? Artillery was big sexy in Moemon Emerald.
Yeah, she had her titties out and everything.
What the hell? You have no good moves, so we're gonna go over to Zap Slap. This is what the experience share is for. Oh god, she actually has Poke in her mouth. She has a stick in her mouth.
Maybe she's trying to be a takoyaki.
Trying to be a takoyaki?
Yeah. Because you eat them with toothpicks.
My dream layout for future, like Pokemon playthroughs would have, Galarian Zigzagoon. Because it's metal, Ziggy, love it, it's perfect for me. Yes! Finally! I say finally, but I've only had it for like 3 battles. But it's just... Galarian Zigzagoon is perfect for me.
I remember when they showed Galarian Zigzagoon and you were still asleep because, you know, I wake up earlier than you. And I was like, when he wakes up, this is going to be lit.
And then we saw its final evolution.
Oh, yeah.
Obstagoon?
Yeah. Galarian Zigzagoon is so freaking cute. And this Chinchou is really freaking cute.
I have nothing that can really fuck it up other than Dragon Rage.
You have Zap Slap. Oh wait. They're
Electric.
Also part electric.
It also probably has Volt Absorb.
Fair point. Wait, does Chinchou get Volt Absorb?
Maybe. You could look it up.
I think Lightning Rod. More likely.
It's something that nullifies electric.
I think it's Lightning Rod.
Get fucked! Alright, I'm gonna say this right now. If we come across a Giratina, fuck what everyone wants. I'm catching it. Giratina is my favorite, as you see in my setup. Fuck.
You skipped a trainer.
I know, I was pointing,
Oh.
and my hand was off my control. Scribe Wellington, Togekiss. That is very pretty.
Oh, I love her.
It's bleached Madoka.
I love her. She's
T's gonna
beautiful.
hit me because of that.
She is everything. She is the moment.
You are lucky you're not fairy type in this.
I wish she was. It'd make it even better.
I would have to play a different version of this for it to be fairy type.
Not to sound like a typical woman, but I love the fairy type.
Ah! Outspeed! Bark!
I touched on this briefly last time you streamed, but it's really annoying to me when men are like, they only added the fairy type to appeal to girls. 1, they didn't. 2, who gives a fuck if they did?
Oh, I forgot it learns our sphere.
I like pink things. Give it its own type and boom, bam, I'm happy.
God damn, it's wrecking me. I didn't realize Togekiss was a fucking sweeper.
Also, I think fairy type is better than... A lot of people want light type, and even though I get it, I'm kind of like meh on it.
God damn it. You also gotta realize that in other places of the world outside of Japan, other places outside of Japan, it's called dark type, but in Japan it's called evil. It's called evil type. That's why there's no evil or dark type gym leaders, because gym leaders are supposed to be like the head of the company or the head of the town. Alright, we gotta go heal up, because I lost fucking 2 Pokemon on that.
Yeah, Dragon was OP before fairy types. So.
I'm a slut for dragons, and I agree that they needed a kick in the ass.
Your only options were another dragon, so there was an equal chance of your dragon getting wrecked. An ice type. And ice types are really frail. Or going for their second typing weakness, which was not always possible.
And especially if you're looking at something like Palkia, which only weakness is dragon.
The water type had no benefit to giving any sort of weakness.
They also added steel types in there too to help combat the rock types and everything else. Oh, a queen.
I like steel types. Out of rock, ground, and steel, I think steel types are my preferred.
Psychic was.
Yeah, it was.
Then again, there's only what? 3 psychic types.
Yeah, and there only one ghost, and it was Ghastly, who was part poison, and it was fucking annoying because psychics would wreck shit.
Yeah.
So
you are solo water?
Like, you can't catch Ghastly to compete with Sabrina because Ghastly's part poison, so she wrecks Ghastly. So your only option was to not use ghost type, and it's fucking annoying.
There was one good psychic type. Yeah, fucking Alakazam. I like the Algamore too, but, well, they can both suck a dick when it comes to, Giratina. I swear if you kill Zapslap, I will skin you alive. I'm skinning you alive.
I like the Algamore, but that's probably because I had Diamond.
Okay. Danger Nude. We're gonna take this nice and slow. I'm resistant, fucker. Not resistant enough, apparently. Oh yeah, Milotic is a fucking sweeper, that's why.
Milotic's the goat.
Milotic it. Whoops. But I really do need more Giratina shit in this room.
Yeah.
I have one statue, and it's a little tiny one. Like, it could fit my phone. Or fit on my phone. Hell, it could probably fit on my pop socket. 14.
The Alakazam line is 3. Right off the bat.
You got Jinx and Mr. Mime.
Drowsy and Hypno. What else?
Drowsy, Hypno.
I can't think.
So that's 7. Slowpoke,
Yes.
Slowbro, that's 9.
Slowking wasn't until Gen 2, right?
Yep.
I keep wanting to say Mischievous, but that was also Gen 2.
Mew, Mewtwo, that's 11. Who are the other 3?
Because I started with Silver when I was a kid, sometimes I mess up which ones are Gen 1 and 2 because
That's
like,
actually why we named it Danger Noodle, because Danger Noodle wouldn't fit.
I played Silver was my first Pokemon game, and the concept of Gen 1, Gen 2 didn't exist to me yet, so there's a lot of Gen 2 Pokemon where I'm like, is that Gen 1?
My Pokemon play history... Fuck! I need to stop taking my hands off the controls. My Pokemon play history goes Red, Diamond, Platinum.
You went from Red to Diamond?
Yes.
Jesus!
Execute, Starmie... I already named Mr. Mime and Jinx. So that'd be 13.
Execute, Starmie, Staryu. Or Staryu just water.
Staryu's just water.
I always forget Starmie and Staryu are part psychic until I encounter one and it wrecks shit. With Psybeam.
Starmie is underrated.
It really is, it's strong.
Then I went from Platinum to Soul Silver. The bitch stole my Soul Silver, claimed I was her cousin, sold my Soul Silver for money.
Love that.
Oh, she did that with my Keranos deck. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. So we stole her cards in return. Shout out.
Well, we didn't.
I probably shouldn't admit that.
No, we didn't steal them. And besides, those aren't actual cards.
Yeah, they're not like they're more like. You know how when you buy a Pokemon case and it comes with a really big card just for show?
Yeah.
It was like that.
Honestly, what happened is that the bitch left them at my house.
And I was like, my city now. You stole their shit, so.
Yeah, it's more the fact that she never asked for them back, and before she could, we kind of just told her to go fuck herself.
Are you interested in my Pokemon play order?
And then I went from Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and just followed an order as it released.
For me, as I said, I started with Silver because, the year that Pokemon came to America, I was only like 2, 3. Too young to play games. But when Silver came, I was a little older and ready to get at it. So I started with Silver. Then I went to Blue. Like backtracked to Blue. Then I played
Ooh. What did I
I
just do?
never had the Game Boy Advance,
Fuck!
but eventually.
Wait, how did I...
Are you good?
There.
Eventually, when I got a.
Hang on. I fucked up OBS.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh. Should I talk?
No, it did.
Okay. I never had a Game Boy Advance, but I did end up playing Silver when my parents got me a DS because it had the GBA slot.
Yeah.
And then I played Diamond, Soul Silver. You let me borrow Platinum.
I also let you borrow my red version.
Yeah, eventually. Because, as you know, we were a long-distance couple at first.
We did not meet each other in person until 3 years into our relationship.
And then after Platinum... Actually, no, I played Black and White and Black and White 2 before I played Platinum because we didn't meet until after those games came out.
Yeah.
So...
We did trade a lot.
Yeah.
But that's because we had Wi-Fi.
And then, since then, I've been playing them in order of release.
Alright, we're going to swap out Olivier and put Big Pog in front. We're going to check out the egg.
Oh, and I did eventually play Emerald. Because a friend let me borrow it sometime between the time I played Soul Silver, sometime between Black and White 2 and when you let me borrow Platinum, a friend let me borrow Emerald. And then I never played Fire Red or Leaf Green, but I recently did it for the first time thanks to emulation. So. In my case, I was lucky because my dad...
Ooh.
When I was growing up, my dad was very much a gamer.
Yeah. Pokemon is how my dad got me to sit down and shut up during car trips. It got to the point where he'd start keeping batteries in the car.
In my case, anytime there was a Pokemon game coming out that year, my parents knew, because of how much I said it, that that's all I wanted for either my birthday or Christmas. Just please get me the new Pokemon game.
Then it got to the point where he started begging me.
That being said, even though I've played all the main series games now, there are a lot of side games I never played because I never owned a GameCube and things like that, where the side games are really popular, so I've never played Pokemon Snap
Come on, buddy.
or Coliseum.
Come on.
What was the other one? Hey, You
Fuck!
Pikachu?
She hit me with the tract. This is why people had issues with Whitney's fucking milk tank. Because it would use a tract, then roll out.
This will sound surprising to a lot of people, but Whitney does not give me grief. It's Morty who gives me grief.
It's because you always pick the fucking scrub.
What? Totodile?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Cyndaquil is better.
You're using Croconaw right now.
Yes, because I don't have Cyndaquil as an option.
How
And
dare
besides,
you.
I got this because it would make you happy.
Listen, I can tolerate us picking different starters.
And besides,
But he's not trash.
compared to the other ones, yeah.
No, he's not.
At least we could... That is ugly.
You're gonna sit here and tell me Chikorita is not the worst stat-wise of the bunch.
It looks a lot better.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Meganium is adorable. But
Croconaw looks like trash.
Croconaw is cute, and I can't believe you say that because you love dinosaurs, and he looks like just a doofy dinosaur.
I know the difference between a fucking alligator and a dinosaur. Thank you
and
very much.
Croconaw looks like a doofy dinosaur. He's cute.
Not all reptiles are dinosaurs. Besides, we know now that dinosaurs had feathers.
Okay, the point I'm making is Croconaw looks like a doofy cartoon dinosaur, and it's adorable. And if I could have Croconaw never evolve and still have the stats for Alligator got, I would never evolve Croconaw.
You gotta remember that the closest living relative of the Tyrannosaurus Rex...
Yes, thank you, it is better stat-wise. It's not trash. I love Meganium, and I don't think Meganium deserves the hate it gets, but it is the worst of the bunch.
But it has a better move pool. It has the better move pool for what it is. Meganium is focused for more multiple damage per rounds, while Crocodile's like, heh, slap. Heh, slap.
And we love that, because when I was 10, I was hyper-aggressive, and I had no strategy playing Pokemon. I love Meganium, and I don't think it deserves hate. A lot of people shit on Chikorita.
The thing that I don't agree with you with is that you think Crocodile looks better than Feraligatr.
It's cute. It's cuter. Listen, I like cute Pokemon, and objectively, Crocodile
God damn it!
is cuter than Feraligatr.
Wukong!
Also, another reason I don't like Feraligatr as much as Crocodile is because in its back sprite you see its entire ass. Feraligatr is double cheeked up, and it kind of makes me uncomfortable.
Mach Punch!
Well, since we're having a starter debate, you want to go down the line?
Well, here's the thing. I only ever used Fire up until Gen 5, in which I picked Oshawotts because Pignite looked like trash.
I will never stop being upset that Pignite is part fighting instead of part ground.
It would have been better as ground.
It gets me heated.
Alright. So we know I went all fire until... Gen 5, which I chose Oshawott. And I don't regret it because Oshawott had a great moveset. Or the Oshawott line had a great moveset. And was able to pretty much solo sweep the Elite Four. Because they're all weak to bug and fighting. That entire line, the entire Tepic line, looks bad.
I think how it should have been is Samurott should have been Water Steel.
Or even water fighting.
Yeah. Because it had that, like, it had a lot of physical moves.
It's a fucking samurai.
Yeah, and then Emboar should have been Fire Ground, and Superior should have been Grass Dragon.
Yes. Or even just grass flying would be good.
Anyways, I agree that Bulbasaur is the best Gen 1 starter. Growing up, Squirtle was my favorite. And then one time I was like, let me replay Gen 1, and I chose Bulbasaur, and ever since then, Bulbasaur and Squirtle are like neck and neck for who's my favorite. Meanwhile, Charmander's the worst. I'm sorry. I know Charizard is the most popular, but
I love Charizard, and even I think he's overrated now because give the other starters some fucking love.
Bulbasaur and Squirtle do not deserve to be so much on the back burner in comparison to Charmander's
On the back burner? Bitch, they're still on the cutting board.
So, Squirtle and Bulbasaur are a constant competition on who's my favorite, because Squirtle was my favorite as a child, and Bulbasaur became my current favorite for many years, and now I just
Spirit.
Equally love them. Gen 2, Totodile.
I forgot to buy Pokeballs again.
Oh my god. Gen 3, I don't like Combuskin, I'm sorry.
Combuskin is ugly, but I love Blaziken. Blaziken has a good design. And it, as the first fire fighting, it was very effective at what it wanted.
I do like that it was the first fire fighting, I just don't care for...
The fact that the next 3 gens had fire fighting?
No, I just don't care for the Torchic line. I prefer Mudkip and Trico. Mudkip is probably the best one.
Yeah, I love, as much as I love Blaziken, as much as I love Blaziken, Infernape, and that we did not need three fucking generations of firefighting.
What was I gonna say? Unpopular opinion, I don't really like Gen 3 in general. I know Gen 3 is a lot of people's favorites, but for me, I'm just like, meh. It's not the best. It's not the worst either, but I don't think it's like the peak pinnacle of Pokemon.
Swampert is a great Pokemon.
I always picked Mudkip when I was little, and then when Alpha Sapphire came out, I chose Trico for the first time, and I really enjoyed using Trico. In Gen 4, I always pick Piplup, even though I also really like Turtwig. I think Turtwig is really cute. Just Piplup, when I don't pick it, it pains me. I'm just like, I'm a penguin boy.
Yeah,
I need him.
So Gen 1 Charizard, Gen 2, I'd pick Cyndaquil, obviously. Gen 3, I love Torchic, I really do. But probably if I played it again, I'd probably go Mudkip, because I like Swampert. He's a fucking tank.
Mudkip's really good.
Yeah. I love, as much as I love,
Water Ground is such a good type combo.
as much as I love Grovyle, I don't like Sceptile's design. I don't like its look. I don't.
I love how Sceptile looks.
That's just me though. Gen 4, I always win Infernape because he could cover pretty much all of his weaknesses. He could take care of his weaknesses to Ghost, Rock, and the issue that I had most often with the rival battles being Empoleon because it had fighting moves.
Even though I really love Turtwig, and I always pick Piplup despite that, so I do need to do a run where I actually pick Turtwig. Because I love Turtwig's line, and I think Torterra is fucking cool. Gen 5, I always pick Oshawott, because I don't really care for Snivy, and Tepig, even though it's really cute, I get upset that it does not evolve into Fire Ground.
Then I picked Oshawott because that was the most appealing design to me at the time. I didn't really care for Snivy and that. I really hate Tepig's line. Just on the aesthetic standpoint. And then Gen 6 is honestly the generation where I loved all of them pretty much equally.
Yeah.
The biggest disappointment was the change from Braixen into Delphox.
For me, so I chose Fennekin the first time I ever played because
Same.
Cute Fox, but I think then when I replayed it, I played X and picked Fennekin, and then I played
Let's
Y.
see what
and
the
I
progress
chose
is like.
Chespin. So right now, my ranking for Gen 6 starters is Chespin,
Ooh, it's gonna hatch soon.
Greninja, and then Fennekin. Not Greninja, Froakie. I love Chespin. I love Chestnut. Chestnut, you're a real one.
Yeah. For those who never followed me on Tumblr back when I used it regularly, or at all at this point, I did a second playthrough of... I had Y version.
Yeah.
And I picked... It was an entire joke playthrough. I named my character Daddy, in which case they gave me the option to have my nickname called Big D. Then I named my Chespin, who evolved into Chestnut, I named him Swole Daddy. And it was just fucking hilarious.
I love Chestnut. He's my
It-
father.
They should have stuck with the, like, magical girl aspect of Braixen over going to Delphox.
Yeah, especially in Pokken when they really show Braixen's magical girl inspiration. It's so cool. She's so cute.
And they should have gone more with a, like a modern witch aesthetic instead of, like, the classical one where it's wearing robes and that. Because it just becomes kind of bland. You know?
Yeah. I do appreciate, though, that they were all based on RPG classes.
Yes.
It's very cool. Gen 7, Poplio
She has.
is my absolute baby. Anyone who dislikes Poplio is invalid.
Gen 7, I always picked... Ooh!
But Rowlet is, I wouldn't say close second, but I do really love Decidueye.
I love... What is it? Oh!
It's Mommy.
Mm. It's Jinx if she had a BDSM kink.
If Primarina wasn't so, like, appealing to my taste, specifically, then Decidueye would be my favorite.
I always loved Infernape because I love the idea of heals. Especially the fact that his Pokédex entry says he has a very... Incineroar has a weak spot for children and wanting to make them laugh. It sold me.
I think...
Male Tangela.
I was gonna say name it Mommy, because it looks like a hot mom.
Wait.
What?
Poison.
What about it?
No, the character Poison.
Oh, okay. Yeah, do that.
Because Poison is canonically trans. I get that it's a bit of a... I guess that could be considered insensitive, but at the same time, it kind of fits.
Yeah, just do it.
If someone legitimately has an issue with it, I assure you right now, you tell me a name to change it to, I will go to the name rater immediately and change it. I promise you.
Primarina and Decidueye both appeal to my taste.
I am going to swap out the Tangle, though. Or the Tangle Growth, though.
Primarina because I really like the fairy type, and the water type was one of my favorites growing up, and then combining water fairy and making it a siren mermaid type thing, I was just like, yes. And then Decidueye I love because, like, dying leaves and etc. I'm just like, yes. In Gen 8, sad to say that I really don't like the designs very much. I think Scorbunny is cute, like really adorable. Actually, all the first stage are very adorable, but their final evolutions, I don't really care for any of them in particular. I think, what is the name of Scorbunny's final Evo? It's leaving my mind right now.
It's A something.
That's the one that looks like appeals to me the most, but I don't necessarily like any of them all that much. I especially don't like Rillaboom. It's ugly.
Rillaboom could have been a lot better, but I get what they were trying to do with it. Cinderace.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh, I should heal.
So I like the Scorbunny line the most. With Sobble, I like it in theory, but
You love your cute crybabies.
no, I'm talking about the final evolution,
Ah.
which I can't remember the name of again. Just something.
Inteleon.
Yeah, Inteleon. Something about it just doesn't appeal to me. Like, I like that it's a sniper, but something about it, I'm just like, eh.
It's a spy. You don't like spies. You really fucking are. But that's why I wouldn't want to do... Honestly, I wouldn't really want to do, something like, Pixelmon as a series without you, man, because we have so much shit we could talk about, and
Mucky looks cute!
It reminds me of Picholi.
I love her. I actually really like using Muck in playthroughs. Especially Alolan Muck. Alolan Muck is really good.
Its ability is fucking OP.
When I haven't done competitive battling in a long time, but I really like having Alolan Muck on my team.
Fuck me. Shucking my berry. I had to. I'm sorry. I had to. You know what would actually be a cool mod for Arc, though? Is do, like, primitive time Pokemon stuff where it is before Pokeballs and everything.
I would love... Well, it would probably be really hard, but a game from before Pokeballs were made where you have to, like, collect the apricorns yourself and make all the Pokeballs, and otherwise
You mean
don't have
Pixelmon?
any. Is that what you do in Pixelmon?
You have to grow apricorns to make them.
Wow. I have a really hard time deciding who my Pokemon persona would be because I have so many favorites.
Just go Blissey.
No,
Why?
I don't know. Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm burning you. I'm burning you. I think this. I think mine would probably end up being a Lucario.
It has to be Galarian Zigzagoon. It's so perfect.
That would be my symbol, but it wouldn't be like who I really am. I don't have that level of chaotic energy.
Yes, you do.
In game, maybe, but not in person.
Yes, you do.
Ooh, yes.
I'd have to be.
Okay.
I'd have to be one of those PokeTubers who, instead of picks a channel mascot, it's a whole team. But even then, that's really hard because I have so many favorite Pokemon.
What I feel like Seamus's would be, Excavalier. Probably because all the fucking Dark Souls that he plays. My channel mascot would, without a doubt, be a, Galarian Zigzagoon, though. Olivier. This is gonna take a few hits. You look doofy.
Musharna's really cute.
Yeah.
I like Musharna.
What? How did it only take one hit?
You said it was super effective.
I know, but still, it has so much HP.
Maybe it didn't have good enough defense, so the high HP stat didn't matter.
Alright, let's say this. Musharna is the closest one to a tapir that is cute.
Drowsy's fucking ugly.
Don't at me.
I mean, true, he's also tapir, but he's not cute and pink.
Blaziken, though. Sorry, Blaziken, you're gonna get fucked.
Blaziken looks like a girl group idol. But with flare pants instead of tight pants.
She looks like a member of the idol group from, like, the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I saw some guy absolutely eat shit on the road on his ATV. He was trying to do a wheelie and lost his balance, just started tumbling down the road. Another good like mascot for me would probably be Ursaring. Fuck, what Pokemon was it?
What? I wasn't looking. I was looking at the chat. Sorry.
Shit.
Just picking up something not as low health and hope it's good enough.
Olivier. But or Entei.
Entei is my father.
Elekid. I did good.
Entei is my favorite purely because of the third movie. I remember watching the third movie, just loving Entei, and ever since then I'm like, that's my dad.
Treya, one thing you will learn from us is that we may give you shit, but we really don't mean it. We're just, at most, we're just teasing.
For me, if I were to pick a mascot based on my username, it has to be Sylveon, because my username is a Japanese name for Sylveon. But I don't really think Sylveon is my favorite as much as it was back then.
I think it was the shock of fairy types that made her your favorite at that time.
And she was the first fairy type revealed, and it was fucking hype. But now it's my brand, and I don't want to change my username. Even though she's not necessarily...
Even though on Twitter you're known as Frostlass?
No, it's Olivia's.
There's somewhere you're known as Frostlass still.
Tumblr.
Yeah, but nobody uses that.
Also...
No, if you want a shotgun, you gotta go for Rhyperior.
Sylveon has become a trans mascot, and I don't want to use it as my mascot because of that, because I'm not trans. And I want to let trans people have Sylveon.
True. Why don't you go for a Pokemon that's a bi-icon?
I don't know if any Pokemon have the bi-color scheme. Actually, Shiny,
Oh, it's Stantler.
Shiny Toucannon. Its nose, bill,
Yep.
is bi-colors.
Hey, Megan.
Yeah. Oh, fuck you. I hate Stantler.
Oh, she looks sorry. Shiny Sylveon?
Yeah, Shiny Sylveon is... I like how Shiny Sylveon looks. Anyways, Sylveon is not as much of my favorite Pokemon now as it was in 2013 when it got announced.
Well, here's another thing, is that you are... You are really within the category of going by Frostlass again, because you love Yukionas. Tyranitar, I think this is my best bet, because I have a fighting move. I'm kind of glad I swapped out, because...
It's not part ground anymore, but it still might have
It's
ground
dark.
moves.
It's dark right. A dark rock.
It still might have ground moves to mess you up. is what
I
I'm
know,
saying.
but
Yeah, Frostlass is
there's...
one of my favorite Pokemon, and it gets... I will forever be sad that they gave Glalie a Mega and not Frostlass.
Yeah.
Frostlass deserves the Mega since Glalie got one. It's just not fair. Ah.
Yeah. Another... You could also go for the, There's a lot of Pokemon that... Favorite Mega Evolution, Mega Lucario, hands down. Yeah. Hell, Lucario's even one of my mains in, Smash. If you're photosensitive, look away until I say okay. My Pokemon's gonna fucking kill itself before I get back to heal, so... And I have nothing to heal poison. There, it's... Alright. Photosensitives are safe again.
I love how shiny Mega Gardevoir looks. It's so
It's black, red, and... like, bluish green?
pretty. It's so pretty.
I think I know what it looks like, but I'm not sure. We're talking about well over 2,000 different fucking forms of Pokemon now.
My favorite Mega that I've actually used, there's some I like the design for, but I've yet to use them.
I could buy 99 Pokeballs right now, but I don't need that money.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna buy 30.
I really love Mega Altaria. My favorite, another favorite design, but I haven't used, is Mega Audino.
I'm gonna buy some antidotes just so we can take care of our photosensitive crowd if they decide to watch.
And Mega Diancie is very pretty.
Mega Diancie is Madoka incarnate, which is why you love her.
But I love Mega Altaria because it becomes Dragon Fairy. And then its ability changes.
I would love, granted Primal Dialga is already a thing, but it doesn't have that much of a form change that I wish it would. But I would love to have more Primal Legendaries, especially if we go to the Gen 4 remakes in that.
Dude, speaking of which, the Mystery Dungeon remakes, Primal Groudon will not stop kicking my fucking ass. And I'm like, I can always beat it when it's in its regular Groudon, but as soon as it turns into Primal Groudon, it's fucking over for me and I can't beat it. And it's so frustrating.
I know some people's strategy is to hit it with Simple Beam, then just start blasting with water.
Well,
But I don't know if Simple Beam is a move in that game.
I don't know.
even if there aren't any megas, I would love to have primal forms. Oh, you done fucked up.
What a baby. I wanted Dunsparce to get an evolution so bad.
Like,
make him a normal dragon, please. Give Dunsparce an evolution.
Dynamax was an interesting gimmick at first, but then it really lost all of its appeal. Z moves were fine, but it's still the same gimmick. It doesn't really add any strategy to it. Articuno is easily my favorite favorite bird from Gen 1. It's because Mega gave it such... I don't really care for Roar. Fuck! Give...
I think, Gigantamax is fun when you're doing the main story. But when you're just, like, casually playing or doing competitive battles, it's like...
Yeah, I'm happy for the form changes. I think we absolutely need more form changes.
I'm all down for more regional variants for every gen. It's so great.
It is. But what I want is to go back to the Megas because it added it added extra strategy.
Especially when it was...
Especially, if it changed their typing.
Yeah, or gave them a new ability.
Yeah.
And changed their stats. Because some stat changes, it would decrease one stat to boost another.
Yeah.
And you would have to account for that.
And it made it more interesting. Well, Z moves are like, okay, I'm setting out my big guy, he's gonna use a Z move, I'm gonna hope to block it, and that's that. And Dynamax, the best thing to come out of those was the Pikachu memes. Oh my god, Shedinja.
I love when you send out Pikachu.
P!
P!
Flame Wheel, because it can only be hit by super effective moves. I love how Shedinja looks.
It's so cute. One thing, this is controversial, but even though I'm a fan of Pokemon and have so many favorite Pokemon, the lack of a full Pokédex didn't piss me off. I just didn't care.
Same too, because it got boring watching professional Pokemon matches. Because it's always the same teams. Oh no, they're using this item instead of this one. How cool. It's like, how about we mix things up a little bit?
I don't know. For some reason, I just didn't care. I don't know why. Because on paper, it seems like the kind of thing I would really care about.
We needed that shakeup. We really need that shakeup within the metas because it just stopped being fun at one point. True.
My problem with Swish...
Can you stop using Detect, you fucking asshole?
My biggest problem with it is, the Macrocosmos thing. Like, it's really shoehorned in at the end of the story, and there's no real development towards it, and it's just like... it would have benefited from more story development.
I have not gone into competitive play because, well, I acknowledge I'm not that good at planning things out. I play Pokemon for fun, and if I worry about maxing out all the stats, spending hours upon hours just farming the right fucking EVs and that, I'm not gonna have fun.
I do competitive play, but just on Pokemon Showdown because
You did what is considered casual competitive.
because
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
putting that much effort into each individual Pokemon for me is not fun. So
Yeah.
I just go on Pokemon Showdown, set the max IVs, set everything, and then put the moves I want on it, and then as soon as I'm done doing that, it's ready to go, and I don't have to spend hours getting the ideal things going on.
Zep's like. Should, there is... Okay, enough. Fuck off. Oh wait, you have decent special defense, I forgot. Thank you, I do not need to be tripping right now.
It's the same reason why I can't really, even though there's a lot of shiny Pokemon I really want, shiny hunting is just so boring for me, and I don't enjoy doing it. I've tried multiple times, but I just don't enjoy it.
A big... Shiny hunting would be better for a lot of streamers because, well, they have an audience to help keep them entertained. They have something to do other than looking at a stream.
So even when I would just like watch TV while I did it, it was just like, felt
Like,
like such a drag.
I've got you a perfect Eevee, perfect nature, fucking, Cubone once, and I said, I'm never doing this again.
It's boring and gratuitous. But there are a lot of shinies I like, and if I ever get the patience for it, I will get them.
Yeah.
Because I do have a full Pokédex, unless I have the shiny charm. I just don't have the capacity right now to care to do it.
Okay, so... Icy Rock, cool.
For me, everyone has different things that makes Pokemon enjoyable for them. My favorite thing about playing Pokemon is going through the story with the team I've built for myself.
Yeah.
Whereas other people, they love doing the egg hatching and getting the perfect team. That's not so much my thing. I just love to play through the story with the team I've built.
And the Pokédex cut was a big issue, but it didn't bother me as much as it should have.
Same for me. It didn't bother me as much as I would have thought it would. What bothered me more so, like I said, is when I was playing it, how the Macrocosmos...
Dowsing machine!
The Macrocosmos being villains was really shoehorned in at, like, the 8th badge, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You could have spent a good portion of the game, like, giving them development, fighting admins, and then instead it was like, guess what? Fuck, what is his name? You all know the dude I'm talking about.
Talk about the leader of the company?
Yeah, it was just like, guess what? He was evil the whole time, go fight him, and I was like, why?
God damn it, Cyrus.
So, for me, I think a better they were evil the whole time reveal was in Sun and Moon. I mean, everyone saw it coming that Lucamine was evil, but they did it a lot better.
Yeah.
The Macrocosmos being evil the whole time was really like, you could have done better with this.
Rose.
Why couldn't I remember Rose? That's such a simple name. Chairman Rose.
The god! The god is here!
But my favorite villain in the entire series is Lucamine, because I think she is really well designed. I like her story. She's just fucking cool. I also love her battle theme. And
Gen 5 is a good game. It's still not my favorite.
Gen 5 probably has my favorite story in terms of just like hitting you in your emotions for me, it made me emotional. And I think it's the best story because I love to talk about, like, how you can't just have black and white ways of thinking. And the struggles that N goes through. I love it.
More muck.
I love her. Black 2 White 2 is also really good. A lot of people like to roast the rival, but I don't think it's deserved as much. They like to roast him because the whole game he's upset that his little sister's Pokemon got stolen. And who wouldn't be upset about that?
Yeah.
His little sister's Pokemon got stolen by the evil team, so he's trying to get revenge and get it back. And I think that's a perfectly reasonable reaction.
I'm gonna say this.
I don't know why it gets roasted so much.
I'm gonna say this. Honestly, the evil teams in God damn it. I hate my brain.
Oh, I won't. Sorry, I'm not trying to spoil it. You find out literally the first thing he ever tells you in the game is, my sister's Pokemon was taken, so that's why I'm gonna get a Pokemon and get strong.
But the... I'm blanking on it. Alola games.
The Alola games? Sun and Moon?
Yes, in Sun and Moon, the evil teams in Sun and Moon are, like, my favorite because the big evil team, Team Skull, are honestly pretty tame.
Because Lucamine's the real big evil.
Yeah, they just want to fuck shit up in their own way, and even they don't really want to just fuck shit up.
I really like Lucamine. That's kind of what makes me upset. So I like watching the Pokemon anime, and it kind of upsets me that in the anime, Lucamine isn't evil, like she is in the games. Because to me, that's just, like, a whole lot of cool things they could have done, and, like, having Lily face difficulty in the anime, and instead they're just like, Lucamine's a perfectly normal, doting mother. And I'm like, why, though? I don't know if this opinion is popular or unpopular, but I actually don't like Ultra very much in comparison to the original Sun and Moon, because...
They took out a lot of things.
It's not so much that, it's that with the addition of the, what were they, the Recon Squad, to add them, they had to cut out a lot of Lucamine's story. And because I love Lucamine so much, the fact that they cut away from her story to add to the Recon Squad, I didn't like it as much. But I do think it's a fun game.
Yeah. I do like the surfing, though.
Oh yeah, the Mantine surfing is really fun.
Yeah. The best thing to come out of Gen 7 was the removal of HMs.
I also think, Copen looks so cute! I think Ultra Necrozma is really awesome.
Yeah. Once we get to the next town, we will be wrapping this up. Because we've been going for 2.5 hours, and I want to stretch my legs, and I need to download a couple programs.
Another thing I like about Ultra is Rainbow Rocket.
Yes.
That was fun. But, so even though I had a lot of fun additions, just taking away from Lucamine's story ruined the story for me, because that was a big reason why I liked Sun and Moon in the first place, because I thought Lucamine was so interesting as a villain. And to me, was the best villain since Giovanni.
Yeah. Dragon Rage, because you have no HP.
Also, I like Poiple. I love Poiple. It's so cute.
I still never evolved it.
I'm not all the way through the Sun and Moon anime, so don't ruin it for me, but I wonder if Ash's Poiple evolves or not. Probably not, because a lot of this Pokemon don't end up evolved usually. But yeah, that's what bothers me about the Sun and Moon anime, is they completely removed Lucamine's, the way that Lucamine acts in the games, and I'm like, I'm not happy about it. Because it would have been cool to see Lily and, I'm blanking, Gladian, have to face Lily with, like, Ash and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, face
Next
Lucamine.
gym is the Water Gym. Let me take a look at the badges in a moment. Okay.
Look at her. I love her.
Power. You're flying psychic.
But playing Black 2 and White 2 is really worth it because the map is expanded. The Pokédex is expanded. It's not just Gen 5 Pokemon. And I think the story is a pretty good continuation of where Black and White left off.
Oh, I'm gonna have to swap out.
So you should definitely play it. I really enjoy it.
Zap Slap is my best bet because they don't have anything against Psychic.
Where I left off in the Sun and Moon anime is, Ash just, he did his island trial with Nanu.
That's the fire guy, right? No,
Nanu's
dark.
the dark type, yeah. And he's been hanging out with Acerola quite a bit. Which makes me happy, because Acerola is my favorite trial captain.
Huntail. Let's see how derpy it looks in this one. Because in Emerald, it is not great.
So, what makes me happy?
It's the same!
I will protect Acerola and Alistair with my life. I love my ghost children. So, I plan on finishing the anime, it's been on the back burner for me lately.
Bite. Not gonna do much. Fuck you. Water Pulse.
And then they added, what are they calling the new season of the Pokemon anime? The one that has Go as a character, has his partner, they added that to Netflix, so I plan on watching it. But I don't know if I should just jump into it or wait until after I finish Sun and Moon.
Livia.
I really like Lily as well. Not as much in the anime, even though she's mostly the same. I just thought her development in the games was really good. I really like her as a character in the games.
You are grass ground, meaning that you are weak to flying and water. Essentially nothing I have.
What? Wukong. Right?
Ground type.
Oh, it's part ground already?
I think. If not, it probably has Earthquake.
Well, you fought other part ground types and did fine, so.
Yeah, that's because he's a glass cannon.
I always wait until, a Pokemon season is finished and then comes out on Netflix because I'm so used to Ash's English voice.
It's lavender.
Anytime I've tried to watch Pokemon in Japanese, it felt wrong because of my nostalgia. I was like, this doesn't feel right. There's one thing I know about Journeys. Didn't Ash get a Dragonite?
Yes.
That's pretty cool. I'm happy about that.
If anyone hears a weird sound, that's me scratching my finger on my little wrist support on my keyboard. I'm dead.
F.
Oh! Mach punch! Mach punch!
I live.
Someone call an ambulance, but not for me. Florentino. Wait. Nope. That's a trainer.
Yeah. Well, one thing that is hard for me to decide, though, is I'm not sure between Black and White and Black and White 2.
Fuck!
Which one is my favorite. I like them both quite a lot. And if you played Black and White and ended up really caring about N and the characters, then Black and White 2 will hit you even harder in your feelings.
There's Ash's team.
Since you see the characters from the previous game grow even more. Ooh, he has a Galarian Farfetch'd. And his team is stacked!
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't see Riolu evolving, though.
Oh, I do want to say something, but it might be a spoilery for the end of Sun and Moon. I got spoiled on it.
Hang on. I'm gonna mute my mic for a second, then I will figure out what she's saying. Oh, everyone knows that, man. It was fucking trending everywhere.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm not sure if it's spoiled or not, because I think everybody knows, and I got spoiled on it too, but...
Bro, it broke the fucking internet for like a week and a half.
Alright, turn your mic back on.
It is on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Alright, so... this is where we're gonna end it. We are 8 hours in. Don't know why it said 132 Pokemon.
Yeah, you said you saw more than that. More than 62.
Yeah. Maybe. But we're gonna end it here. I honestly really enjoyed this stream. It might be one of my favorite ones so far. So thank you for coming. Good night, and remember, someone loves you.